From Tampa Bay streaming news leader, this is ABC Action News.
Hey there, I'm Jasmine Stiles. Jason has Florida's most accurate forecast in just a bit. But first, here are your ABC Action News Now headlines. Tens of thousands of people enjoyed the Tampa Pride Diversity Parade out in Ybor City. Onlookers got to see lots of decorated floats come down the parade route. This is the first major Pride parade in the country since the pandemic started. Friends and family are remembering a 15-year-old girl after an accused drunk driver hit and killed her. Friends identified Zanaya Arce as the person killed on the Gandy Bridge Thursday morning. She and some friends ran out of gas and pulled over to the shoulder. Zanaya was standing near the car, and that's when police say Sebastian Gutierrez, who was drunk, was swerving lane to lane and hit Zanaya and her car. The company her brother works for, MB Drywall Solutions, donated $500 to help the family pay for funeral expenses. His co-workers say they want to make sure her funeral is exactly what the family wants.
They're not a rich family. They're rich in love and rich in community, but they're going to need help putting her to rest in the right way.
Gutierrez is charged with DUI manslaughter and DUI with property damage or personal injury. Now to a developing story in Polk County. Two men are in jail after Sheriff Grady Judd says a 3-year-old boy shot a 2-year-old girl while in their care. Sheriff Judd says Lakeland police actually found out about the accidental shooting when they responded to a car crash. One of the vehicles was headed to the hospital with the little girl in tow. Witnesses told officers a group of men were watching a basketball game when the 3-year-old boy found the gun and shot the little girl in her chest. Investigators say the gun belonged to Cavante Wilson, who's now charged with failure to safely store a firearm. Chad Berrien was also taken into custody on 4 outstanding warrants. The toddler is in critical condition. Switching gears now, another sign of a rebound around Tampa Bay. Nonprofit On Bikes held their first spring community bike ride on Bayshore Boulevard. People were encouraged to pay homage to Woodstock by wearing their best outfits inspired by the 60s and 70s. Last year, On Bikes had to cancel their signature fundraising event, the Winter Wonder Ride. Now let's check in with Jason Adams for a look at your forecast.
And a similar day to what we had today temperature-wise. We're going to see numbers back into the upper 80s and lower 90s. However, the winds that have been really strong over the last week are finally starting to calm down here through Sunday. 5 to 15 mile per hour winds and then down to 5 to 10 as we head to next week. But that will allow temperatures to start to warm up quite a bit compared to where we have been. And by the time we get to the middle of the week, if you think these temperatures are hot, add about 5 to 6 degrees on these numbers, and that means some of you are in the upper 90s inland. That's the air temperature. That does not factor in the higher humidity, and coastal spots will be into the low to mid 90s area wide, though, adding about 5 degrees by the time we get to Wednesday to what we've been seeing over the last couple of days.